Playing the Radical Latino Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands in the air for New York's very own.
Radical Latino is taking you to another level.
Beats by Nebs.
Yeah. What up, my people? Welcome back to another episode of the Radical Latino Show. It's your host, the Radical Latino. You know, your humble host, the Radical Latino. You know what I'm saying? Number 25 in the building. You know what I mean? For those who don't know, I'm about to explain what I mean by number 25. But I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody's doing good. A lot of states is coming out of quarantine. A lot of states are going into quarantine again and shutting down. So if you find yourself in one of those states that's still shutting down, listen, my heart goes out to you. You know, hopefully you can hold it down. If you are one of the people in the states that are opening up, man, hope everything goes well. You don't get sick again or whatever the case is. I hope everybody the best with this whole, you know, pandemic that we're kind of winding down from. Funny thing is, today I had a doctor's appointment today for the first time in 8 years. Listen, guys, I haven't been to the doctor in 8 goddamn years. I swear to God. I'll post what what they're asking for. They're asking for blood work. I'll post that up on my Instagram or whatever because I find it funny. Because I haven't been to the doctors in the doctors in 8 years because to be honest, nothing really had, like, I wasn't hurting or anything like that. I was just chilling and shit. The thing is, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. The thing is, I work out a lot, so I'm very active. You know, not trying to say I'm a bodybuilder and all that, but I used to fuck around with a lot of bodybuilders. You know, I used to hang out with a lot of bodybuilders. I never did none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That other people be like, oh my God, you did. No, I didn't do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I seen people do that shit, but it is what it is. So, I will always be around them, and so I'm always working out. And injuries do happen in the gym. You pull something, you tear something, you know, you go a little bit too hard. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, I'm 32, so from the age of 18 all the way till now, extremely active. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I had like maybe from 18 all the way till now, I had maybe a 2-year break from the gym, which messed me up mentally, but that's something that we'll talk about some other time. But I find the gym very, very therapeutic, extremely therapeutic, you know, and it could get you out of things, it could get you into things, you know. So the reason why I'm saying is because for 8 years I haven't, you know, went to the doctors, cause nothing really, you know, I never caught the flu, I never did, you know, I don't try to jinx myself, but none of this other bullshit. And the time like, was it 3 years ago? No, it wasn't even 3 years ago. It was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I'm doing real delts. For anybody who knows what real delts is your shoulder on the side, basically where your neck is at, is on, not the traps. Rear delts is on the side. So there's a couple of exercises what you can do to actually, you know, help out the real delts. So if anybody went to the pec fly machine to do to do your chest, you know, the fly joints to do your chest, you grab both bars and then it's a pec fly. You could also reverse that machine, put the handles all the way back so you could, you know, do your real delts. That's a machine assisted one. I got to the point where I could just freehand the shit, where I could just, you know, sit down, bend all the way down and actually do my rear delts with 15 or 20 pound weight, you know? So I was doing that shit, standing up, sitting down, whatever. And I decided to do the rope the rope. Actually, no, that's bullshit. I was supposed to do the rope. You know, the rope. I call it chin crushers, because for the rope you're supposed to use, you got to do it for your triceps, but I did it the opposite way. Instead of, you know, grabbing it for your triceps, I grabbed it from the bottom and pushed and pulled the rope to my chin with my elbows extended out, you know, and squeezing my upper back, which will go out and I think this is just turning into a workout podcast. which will activate your real delts into flaring up, you know, because you're cutting into that muscle. You're already creating lateral tears into it, not lateral tears, but microbial tears into it, which will make it grow. So I was doing that. The thing is, working out with certain people, they kind of amp you up to go heavy. You can definitely go heavy as long as you are safe and maintaining a proper posture. The thing is, I completely fucked up. I went too heavy and I was good. This is where I fucked up. Instead of easily pulling the rope back, you know, pushing the rope back, you know, holding the strength of the rope to go back so the weight could go down, I let it pull me. And the reason why I let it pull me is so I could feel that stretch in my back, and then I could just hit it one more time. This is the thing. I let it pull me, but I didn't control the weight. I pulled, and right when I pulled, it went pop, and I said, oh! It was a sharp pain from the back of my shoulder all the way down to my elbow. I said, yo, what the fuck? Dude, man, listen. If y'all ever have that type of pain, oh my God. It's insane. It's like a constant sharp pain on your shoulders. So the thing is, since 5 years ago, I had that injury, right? The only thing I did to it was massage it a little bit. I got off my shoulder. I didn't go heavy, and then I went back to it. Now the thing is, because I'm fucking hard-headed, hospital for what? I don't need to go to the hospital, man. Listen. When everything felt great, right? Maybe 2 weeks or whatever the case is. No, bullshit. 3 months go by. Forget all about it. Randomly, my shoulder just bugs out. I start feeling that pain. It feels like somebody's pulling my whole arm out of the socket. I'm like, yo, what the hell? And that pain continues for like maybe 3 to 4 days. And I've been having this shoulder injury, literally this shoulder injury, for 5 years. And my dumbass was still like, nah, forget it. I don't need no thing. I can just, massage it myself. The way I used to massage, I used to get like a little hard, those balls that you do a handball with. I used to get one of those ones, but the small one, the brown ones. Put it up against the wall and massage it, like deep tissue massage it up against the area. That's how I used to alleviate the pain. Man, listen. That pain will come randomly out of nowhere. Every 4 to maybe 5 months, randomly, and that shit will last for like 3-4 days. And I'm like, God damn, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. 3 more days. It's like I will have like my period and shit. You know what I'm saying? But my period just a pain. And I'm like, nah, it's all good. I just had my period for a couple of days. It's all good. It'll alleviate. My God. That shit is insane. So today, I went to a regular checkup, and I just said, you know what? Let me stop fucking around, man. let me actually, let me actually go to the hospital and have just a regular checkup. You know what I'm saying? Have everything, taken care of or whatever the case is. Because usually you don't have nothing. You don't have a disease until you actually get to the hospital. And then you find out, oh shit, I got cancer. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have cancer yesterday. Oh, now I got cancer. Ah, shit. Fuck. Fuck the hospital. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? No, but I know I'm getting into that age. I gotta take care of myself and all that. So I'm like, you know what, man? Listen, let me just go. So I made an appointment. Mind you, I'm not saying I'm scared of doctors. I don't like going. It's like I'm around sick people. It's a waste of time. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna call and I'm gonna make this appointment for like 5 months from now. Nah, we're available next week. Ah, shit. All right, man. A Tuesday, you said? 11 o'clock in the morning? All right, I'll go. Fuck it, I'll go. I made it to put it into my phone and all that. Fucking went. Everything is great. I met the doctor. Everything was good. All my vitals are good. Doctor said, how long you haven't? When was the last time you came to see a doctor? I said, 8 years ago. She said, what? I said, yeah, 8 years ago. She was like, what stopped you? I'm like, nothing. I just didn't want to come. And she's like, well, you're pretty healthy for not coming for 8 years. You sure? And I'm like, yeah, 8 years ago. She was like, all right, shit. I'm gonna order you a bunch of lab work. I'm like, please do. I want all that blood work done. Give me all that. Let's go. Let's do it. So she gave me she ordered me a bunch of lab work. I gotta go in next week. Or I feel old, man. Shit. Give me a bunch of. So when she's ordering this, and she's like, yo, any pain and nothing. So she's checking me out and all that other stuff. With a little tactoscope. Okay, do deep breaths. I'm like, and she's like, oh, how old are you? I'm like 32. She's like, oh, well, you're a couple of years away from actually getting that joint that men gotta do, that butt thing. I forgot the name of it, but I said, hell no, because if that's gonna happen, I'm not gonna come for another 50 years. Get the fuck out of here. So she's like, no, you years away from that, so don't worry about it. I'm like, nah, I'm good. So she's doing all that. She was like, so no pain. I said, well, I do have a shoulder injury from 5 years ago. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I had a shoulder injury for 5 years. And she's like, my fault. And she's like, it's not corona, I swear to God. And she's like, why did you wait for so long? And I said, because I thought I could handle it. And apparently I can't. And she's like, wow, it took you 5 years to figure that one out. I'm like, yeah, it kind of did. So she just told me, I just explained to her what it was or whatever the case is. So she got me a MRI. I got to go do all that later. Set up that appointment for the MRI just to make sure everything's all good. You know what I mean? All my joints are moving and shit. You know what I mean? So she did all that, and I so far everything is good. I'll keep y'all up to date. You know what I'm saying, before I come out here, saying that they got amputate fucking feet and shit. I'll be, you know what I mean? I'll be fucking walking with robot legs and all that. So I'll keep y'all up to date. But so far, I just found that shit like hilarious. You know what I'm saying? I just found that shit hilarious. So something else happened this week. A lot of good things is happening this week. Something else happened this week. I received the email from this company, which actually I'm gonna have the link down below. I'm gonna tell y'all why. I have this company just reached out and said, hey, listen, we just want to let you know, congratulations. We placed you on the top 55 of all Latin podcast list. We just want to let you know. We want to congratulate you, and let the people know where they could find like, you know, let the people know that this is what it is, blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. And I said, oh word, top 55, oh shit. So I go to the website, and yo, your boy is number 25. Your boy is number 25 on all Latin podcast list. So they ranked all the Latin podcasts, all of them. They ranked all of them, and they put me number 25 based on the downloads, on the audience, my social media presence, and all that other stuff, my YouTube channel, all that. They ranked all of that and put it together, and that's why I got number 25. So I want to thank all of you guys who made it possible. From the bottom of my heart, for real guys, thank you so much. I couldn't have done it without you guys. This just basically tells me that my message is, you know, being felt. This just tells me that my message is resonating with a lot of people. This tells me that my message isn't being ignored. So, you know, thank you, because my main thing is all about, you know, empowerment, Latin unity, uniting, and Black empowerment by empowering with Black folks together so we could unite. You know what I'm saying? So once I know this message is getting across, no matter how many trolls I got, no matter how many haters I got, it is what it is. I didn't get number 25 for no goddamn reason. I could have been number 55. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why I'm number 25. So I want to thank all of y'all, all of you, all of y'all, all of y'all. If you want to, you know, identify with they, them, him, her, whatever. Listen, thank you. I couldn't have done it without y'all. Now, trust me, I got super excited when I got the email, and I started contacting everybody. I was like, oh shit, I'm number 25 in the all Latin podcast list. So this really excited me. So, you know, like I said, I even put a video out there on YouTube. But listen, I'm not trying to get cocky or all that. You know, I'm not trying to do none of that shit. I'm still gonna be me. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like, you know, I did it all by myself. Fuck y'all. Nah. So I just want to thank y'all one more time. Thank you. Because you are the ones that are making it happen. You guys are the one that is actually listening to me. You guys are the ones that are number 25 in this whole thing. You know what I mean? My listeners put me there, so I want to thank you guys so much. I couldn't have done it without your support, without your downloads and all that. And I'm telling you guys, every time you thumb up, every time you share, go to the podcast, you know, that you listen to and rate me. You know what I'm saying? Rate me 5 stars. The more y'all do that, the more the algorithm sees it. I get suggested, people start, you know, downloading and all that, you know, because so far, you know, since I started, I remember I got really crazy when I got 100 downloads, you know, all together. Like, of all time, I got 100 downloads and shit, you know. Now, shit, I'm close to, man, right now I'm close to like 50,000 downloads, you know. So, man, shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you guys. I'm telling you, I couldn't have done it without y'all. So shout out to y'all, because number 25 is not the only thing that I'm carrying out here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all help me with that. So shout out to y'all. Now, something I always do all the time, I read the last episode's podcast comments. You know, so last episode was 104. You know what I'm saying? This episode 105. So if you want your comments read, down below. And also, that reminds me, couple of days away from the whole merch dropping, like, is gonna be gone. So if you want to get your merch, Latin Unity, Black and Latin Unity, you know, the shirts, if y'all want to get that, go cop it. link down below. So let me read some of the comments. Chaotic Limiter said, Penny Dreadful, City of Angels, a show on Stars, touches on the early days of the suit a subculture and trends in LA. I recommend you check it out. I didn't know that. I'm definitely gonna go check it out, man. Most definitely. I'm definitely gonna go check it out. Got a troll right here. It's interesting how you are catering to the Latin Americans to pursue them to the leftist movement. You people are starting to see how caring about the Black lives don't fly with the rest. All right, man. You want to troll. It is what it is. You got lames out here just trolling and shit, but yet they never got number 25 and nothing. You know what I'm saying? Godzilla said, I learned something from you. Thanks. Maybe this explains the California Mexican American militant attitudes in their culture. La raza, meaning, you know, example, La raza. I would like to see a video on Mexican and Black relations in California. In my opinion, Caribbean Latinos have better relations with African Americans and South Americans and Central American Latinos. Wow, that would be interesting. I'll definitely look into that. I'm getting a lot of video suggestions. You know what I'm saying? I am getting a lot of video suggestions, but I'll definitely look into that. Wenderbell said, yeah, I feel you, Radical. As soon as I hear a black or brown person say they think that racism doesn't exist, I will not waste my time talking to them. That's 100% true. I don't waste my time, man. I don't waste my goddamn time. I'm good. I am good. There's no reason to. You know what I'm saying? Carlos M says the problem is that a lot of these young Latinos do not read books or educate themselves on past events, either because they don't care or because of the division within the Latin community, etc., Peruvian, all that other stuff. That has been one of the biggest issues and the main concern, the division that exists amongst us when it shouldn't be. Basically, his whole thing is pretty long, so I agreed with him. Shout out to him. And KC says, sure, that's what Biden was speaking about. Latinos being diverse. It means Latinos vote is easily split. Though throughout American history, whites will classify Mexicans as white to grandmaster voting districts in efforts to overthrow the black vote, which is 100% true. And the thing is, I always say that, and I always told people that Latin people were always used as pawns whenever the dominant society lets us benefit from so-called whiteness whenever they classify us as white. But in reality, we never benefit from real world benefits outside of their agenda, outside of what they want to benefit from. So that's 100% true. And also another thing that I want to briefly touch on, I've been working on a couple of videos, to educate all of y'all on videos that we could talk about and stuff. And so far, and this is basically my fault, so far I've been just having videos of beefing, going at Rich Numa, the little racist Mexican. And I'm gonna put out one more video of a certain person. I'm not gonna even say it, but just look out for that. I'm gonna put that out. And I don't want to turn my channel into a drama, beef channel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind calling out the bullshit in my community. I don't mind actually exposing and, pulling people's coat in my community when they're messing up. I don't mind doing that, but I don't want to just focus all on our negativity, because we're powerful, beautiful people, and we should also start showing that part of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna hold my tongue a lot more now, and I'm gonna, not push back, but just fall back just a little bit. Just a little bit. Cause mind you, somebody calls my name out on some dumb shit, I'm definitely gonna respond. I don't hold back. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna be focused too much on just the beef, because there's other things that is way bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? It's way, way, way bigger than us and all that. And also, for those who don't know, Rich Numa is threatening to sue me. Oh my God. Mind you, I live in New York. He lives in California. This motherfucker does not have the money nor the jurisdiction to sue anybody, okay? So my man could eat a dick. And he thinks that he could actually sue me over defamation or whatever because I'm calling him a racist. Even YouTube agrees with me. That's the reason why you aren't monetized, you dumb fuck. I'm saying, but like, you know, he's one of these people that sees a black man get killed unjustly, gets their rights violated, and he will side with the racists, saying, well, this is what they do, these people want. This is what, you know what I'm saying? This is how these people, you know, this is what he kind of is. So I know and nothing's gonna come out of this. You know what I'm saying? I know nothing's gonna come out of this. Just a little scared bullshit tactic. You know what I'm saying? I told him. I said, listen, you gonna do all that? All right, cool. You ain't gonna get shit out of me, but all right, cool. But I gave him a proposition. I said, all right, I'll buy you a car, because that's what he has, a little struggle fundraiser. I'll buy you a car for $2,000 or less than that, depending. A car's a car. I buy you a car, you delete your YouTube channel. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But anyways, let me go and start my main topic. Jesus, all right, 26 minutes, and I'm already going to the main topic in 27 minutes, man. Come on. Come on, Rad. Why do them like that? Jesus. All right. So, well, I'm going to start. Okay, 20, whatever. All right. So, the first thing I want to talk about is Steve Bannon got arrested. Holy shit. Say what? Steve Bannon got arrested. Now, some of you might think, oh my God, what did he get arrested for? Is it because people found out he is a racist and he got arrested for being a racist? No, not whatsoever. Oh my God, he got arrested because he actually, he actually admitted that he was coercing Trump into signing racialized laws. No. Steve Bannon, for those who don't know, Steve Bannon was the executive chief strategist or whatever the case is to the president. He is a open white supremacist because his platform, Breitbart, is, and this is from his own words. He said Breitbart is a haven for the alt-right. For anybody that knows the alt-right is a white supremacist group. So this is what Steve Bannon said, and this is out of his own mouth. So this is no defamation here. You know what I'm saying? This is out of his own mouth. That Breitbart is here for the alt-right. Is part of the alt-right. So this is what he said. All right. And this white greasy ball of fuck, right, is walking around, being racist, putting a bunch of speeches together and shit like that, right? And him and some of his cronies all got arrested. Now, the reason why he got arrested is because anybody remember a couple of months ago, actually like a year back, the Build the Wall campaign that was on GoFundMe. I believe it was on GoFundMe. I talked about it back then. That was in GoFundMe. That raised literally over past 26 million, and it kept on going and going and going and going. The reason why he got arrested is because them people were basically scamming the voter base. Them people were basically just lying to the people, saying, yeah, we're gonna build that wall They were scamming on the racism, and they were using it for their own plight, for their own good, which I don't give a fuck, to be completely honest. You mean to tell me racists scamming other races out of money? I really don't care. To me, that's great. I'm like, all right, cool. Y'all scamming other racist people out of money. The thing is, the FBI found out that not only Steve Bannon, but the dude that was in the wheelchair and all that, they were having expensive trips, expensive dinners, and all of that money was coming out of those donations that was supposed to go to building the wall. Now, certain parts of the wall were built from that money, not that much. They literally have 4 slabs of different type of wall that they just have displayed there randomly, and they just put 2 parts of that slab up, and that's it, you know. And they just basically sat back and, you know, let the donations run through because of the media and all this other stuff. Mind you, this was a scam from the start. You know what I'm saying? This whole shit was a scam from the start, and I love every minute of it. You know, hell yeah, scam, you know, unsuspected racists out of their money. I don't care. That's what's up. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Which goes to show that the majority of those racists, the majority of those white supremacists, they don't really believe what they spitting. That shit sound good, but they don't really believe what they spitting, because when you go deep down to the nitty-gritty of things, they'll let you know who they really are once you peel back the layers. But the majority of them, they don't believe none of that bullshit. Catch them alone. They start denouncing shit real quick. You know what I'm saying? Most of them think, oh, I'd rather just join the alt-right or be a white supremacist because it's cool right now. That's where the money's at. You know what I'm saying? They don't believe none of that bullshit. Catch them alone. You know what I'm saying? Catch them alone. They do not believe none of that bullshit they spitting. You know, but hey, I'm glad that they got their, you know, I'm glad that they got their money taken. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody that was involved in part of that got taken down, arrested, everything. You know, and now Donald Trump is trying to denounce Biden. It's fucking funny. It's so hilarious because Donald Trump right now is like Biden who? I don't know who you're speaking about. All I know is the wall is gonna be built and it's gonna be great. I'm telling you folks. You know what I mean? So he's just denouncing Biden, pretending he doesn't even know who he is. It's so funny that these people, when they get caught with their pants down, they start squirming. You know what I'm saying? They start squirming like little children. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back. So I'm gonna just continue to the next topic. The next topic right now is that I'm gonna speak about is Jacob Blake. For those who don't know who Jacob Blake is, he was a black unarmed man who was shot repeatedly by police numerous times, right? The thing is, I don't even know how, but by a stroke of luck, I think he's in stable condition but paralyzed from the waist down. I think so. I think that's from what the reports that I'm getting, which is insane. You know what I'm saying? Now let me just paint the picture for you. The video is Jacob is walking around his car, and the cops got their gun out the whole time where they're walking around the car. They all got their gun out pointing at him. Mind you, 2 cops, right? One of them is tucking his shirt, and he's just walking like nothing. Goes into his car because he's about to leave. I don't even know this man. I already know the situation. He's about to leave. Right when he opens the door to get his foot into the car, the cop unload. Ba, 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 ba. All right. So let's break this whole scenario down, right? No, I mean not scenario, situation down. One, completely preventable. You got two people for one. That's one. Two, you already got your guns out. Unnecessary. My man is just walking away. Could have simply got your taser out, but whatever. See how it's being de-escalated. Three, while he's walking away, why couldn't you just detain him? Run up to him, hold him back, or whatever the case is. That's what y'all love to do, right? All right, cool. That wasn't done. He opens the car, and his kids were inside, and then they unload. Now the thing is that they're gonna say, well, the cop, he was scared. He didn't know if he had a gun inside the car. All right. Newsflash. If you're a cop, part of your job is to get hurt. I'm not saying get killed, I say get hurt. Don't fucking tell me if I'm a janitor, I start bitching about getting dirty. That's part of the job description. If you're a firefighter, guess what, my man? You're gonna get a little burnt. Don't tell me that you're a cop and you are not supposed to get the fuck up out of here. First of all, you got a bulletproof vest. If my man had a gun, at least now you're justified to shoot back if he shoots you. You know what I'm saying? Because now look at the ramifications. Let's look at the ramifications of this whole thing. The cop in his mind already thought he had a gun and all that. No justification to shoot. It's just an idea. I have ideas all the time. That doesn't make me capable of doing what I want to do because I have ideas in my head. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? So going with that narrative, not narrative, but the truth, he already had an idea in his head. If he had a gun, all right, oh, now I see a gun. Oh, I got shot. Even though I got a bulletproof vest, I ate that. And there's two people with guns out. Come on now. Now, the reports that I'm seeing, mind you, this is still a developing story. The reports that I'm seeing is that he was initially stopping a fight between two females. And because of that, the cops, because the fight was going on, the cops were called. But he was just there as an innocent bystander, just stopping two females. For the initial reports that I've gotten, I don't know more. I'm pretty sure that there's gonna be a lot of things coming out saying, well, he was arrested for this. He got 13 parking tickets because criminals don't care about parking. You know what I'm saying? All this other dumb shit. One time he ate a cheesecake and he didn't pay for it. That doesn't mean a goddamn thing, because if we really want to go on people's past, then everybody should be fucking shooting each other for their past. You know what I'm saying? Stop. Let's cut the bullshit. Stop. So for what right now I know is that's what it is, right? Now, taking that part of it. Now, since that shooting, obviously unjustifiable. It's not justified whatsoever. It's unjustified. You shouldn't be shooting nobody in the back like that blatant. There was massive protests. Massive protests. There's a video of a cop getting a brick, I think was it thrown or broken in his head or something like that, right? Garbage trucks on fire. Well, that's first of all, garbage trucks on fire with that smell. Jesus Christ. You got all this other craziness. Over this white supremacist race soldier who saw a black man as the menace and decided to act first and then ask questions later. Come on now. This is what white supremacy has to understand. What is the price? Listen to what is happening. The price of white supremacy is very high. It's very high. All that, the structural damage, all of that is, all of that is raking in a big account. Come on now. Come on now. Look what white supremacy is doing to the economy too. All of this, and we're still in COVID. A lot of people don't even have their jobs. They're living by unemployment. Actually, some people are getting paid more on unemployment. That's insane. I don't know how that happened, but shout out to them. But that's what's happening. And the fact that you have these individuals still defending what the officer did. I'm sorry, not the officer, my bad. What the race soldier did, because he didn't act like an officer. An officer is not supposed to do that. That's not in the police manual, to shoot somebody in the back while they're walking away. You know what I'm saying? Last time I checked, that's not in no police manual. But that's insane. Anybody who protects or find excuses for them, watch them. They might be a suspected white supremacist. If you hear anybody with the, well, you better start bucking them eyes. You're like, whoo, oh Lord, what's up? What's going on? You got something to tell me? You know what I'm saying? This is undefensible. You can't defend it whatsoever. You can't. Now everybody's going crazy. Those cops got suspended. I don't know if it was with pay or without pay. I'm just skimming through these news articles so I could bring you guys a podcast. It's coming here and there. The information is coming here and there, but they got suspended. They now there's talks about charging them more on what is happening. On top of that, these cops weren't even wearing body cams because the city thought it was too expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. But does it really matter if they have a body cam or not? Does it really matter? Come on now. Does it really matter if you have a body cam or not? Fam. Look what just happened. I don't care what led up to that. Look at the outcome. Look at the outcome. A person's rights were violated. That's insane. That shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be allowed whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be allowed whatsoever. That's insane. And the fact that some people actually find excuses for that is disgusting. It really is. It really is. Now, people's fucking homes are being burned down and all that other stuff. Like, come on. Like, what is going on out here? Some people are getting hurt by this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Let's move on. Something gotta change. You know what I'm saying? Something gotta change. But anyway, moving on to my main topic. What is Latinx and why we shouldn't use it? Now, I understand we live in a very sensitive time in our nation, in our society. Literally everybody and their moms got something to say. They all get offended by the smallest things. Like, oh my God, you can say that. Shut up. Shut your dumb ass up. I don't care. If it's not racists getting offended by what I say, is non-racist people getting offended by, you know, what other people say, you know, is dumb. But I'm gonna try to break it down as much as possible. Okay, I'm gonna try to break it down. So Latinx was basically started by the LGBTQ community, right? And I already have an issue with that. Not an issue with the LGBTQ community. Shout out to all my gay people. You know, shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I already have an issue with that because we weren't included in the conversation, and this is gonna be a big theme for this episode. All right. So it started with the LGBTQ community, which transcended into the feminist community, and it didn't get popular until I believe Twitter picked it up and then started going crazy on it, right? That's basically the backstory. Now, what Latinx is tackling, first of all, before I even say anything, Latinx is an American thing only. It's an American thing only. It's not used in Latin America, Central America, the Caribbean. It's not using none of that shit, okay? It's just an American thing only, which should tell you something, but whatever. So what Latinx basically is to basically go against the gender pronouns. That's all it is to go against the gender pronouns and be inclusive to non-binary people. Now, I just said a lot of words that some people might be like, ¿Qué? What? ¿Y qué es eso? Gender pro? Binary? ¿Qué? You a robot? No, listen. I know when I say Latinx, it sounds like a superhero. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I get offended. I don't use Latinx whatsoever. I rarely use Hispanic, but I'm gonna get into that now. I mean, in a bit. But Latinx, I find it funny because it kind of sounds like a cleaning product. You know what I mean? It kind of sounds like you're part of the X-Men. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's the Latinx, and then there's a whole team. You know, there's a Dominican Wolverine. There's a Puerto Rican Gambit. You know what I'm saying? Storm is from Haiti now. You know what I'm saying? Like, or Brazil. You know what I'm saying? So just Latinx itself, it's just a little funny style for numerous reasons, right? Numerous reasons, but it's to go against two things, you know, non-binary and feminism. So let me just talk about the feminism first. As we all know, first of all, before I can, but this is gonna be the first time I'm gonna be oh my god, this is gonna be the first time I'm gonna be defending the Spanish language. The reason why is because that's the majority of our language. I am not bigging up Spain. I am not bigging up our conquerors, our slave masters. I'm not bigging that one up. It just so happens that majority of us, or all of us, don't know our indigenous language, aren't connected to our indigenous language, or have no family members that actually talk our indigenous language to actually go get away from that whole colonization language. Because let's be honest, Spanish was beaten into us. It was forced by the Spanish. It was forced upon us. We weren't in our countries speaking Spanish. Let's keep it real. We were speaking our own language until the Spanish came and said, you know what? I think y'all should be talking Espanol and shit. You know what I mean? That's what happened. That's what happened. So they forced that upon us the same way how they forced religion and all this other dumb shit. You know what I mean? And it's proven, so let's keep it real. I know there's gonna be a couple of Antonios out there that's gonna be like, no, that's not true. Yeah, it is. Don't start rewriting history now. It is. But Spanish is a gender-based language. You know, whenever you add the O at the end of the word is masculine, and whenever you add the A at the end of the word is feminine. You know, like hermano, hermana, you know, brother, sister. Hermano is brother. Hermana, sister. You know what I'm saying? Latina, Latinos. You know what I'm saying? So it's a gender thing. Now, feminism say, well, we should add the X into it because it breaks the gender binary, so there won't be no gender. If that's the case, there's a huge hole in that dumbass logic, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. If that is the case, that we're supposed to be breaking and rewriting a language that we're using to break the gender, you know, spectrum of shit, right? Then that means you have to create another language that is not Spanish. Because I'm gonna give you guys a few examples. Zapato, shoe. That's what a shoe is in Spanish. Zapato. That means I'm gonna say zapat X. You see how dumb that sounds? Ropa means clothes. Am I gonna say rop X? You see how stupid that sounds? How about a house? Casa. Are we gonna say Cas X? Come on now. This shit doesn't even make esposa, which means wife. Esposa. You know, and also husband means esposo, you know. What we gonna say? Espos X? Come on now. You see how stupid that sounds? That's some dumb shit. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Pero. What we gonna say? Better X? Like, come on now. Come on now. The shit makes no sense. Gato, which is cat. Cat's X? Like, come on. Son, the shit makes no fucking sense. You wanna go against the gender binary? Guess what? We already have that word. It's called Latin. Stupid. The shit is not called Latino America or Latina America. It's called Latin for a reason. And that's my whole point. This Latinx bullshit is dumb and shouldn't be forced upon us. Especially since we weren't part of the conversation in the first place, but I'm getting way too ahead of it. I'm letting you guys know what it is. First with the feminist movement, with the feminist, right? The shit makes no goddamn sense. Now, what does non-binary means? First of all, all right, non-binary, it's gonna sound confusing because it's dumb. But certain people believe in it and it's fine. Let them believe whatever they want to believe. Guess what? It's not hurting me. And it's not hurting you. Listen, there's somebody right now believing deadass that they're a fucking deer. Guess what? I don't know that person. I know for a fuck that they exist, but I don't know that person, and that person is not affecting my life. What non-binary means is they're neither men or women. They're in the spectrum. No, let me stop. They're neither men or women. They're in between. They're in the spectrum because gender is a social construct. No, let me stop. Let me stop being an asshole. Because gender, based on their argument, gender is a social construct. And there's no men or women, even though biologically that dismisses your argument. But I'm not going to get into that. Let them believe what they want to believe. I'm not going to say shit. I could care less. That is not my fight. I don't care. At the end of the day, yes, what you believe, you're, in between genders, that's not affecting me. I don't really give a fuck. Let you do you. Actually, I support you. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But this is where I have an issue. We were not part of the conversation whatsoever. So Latinx is also used by non-binary people. And this is the issue, that it only represents non-binary and some feminist people. The fact that certain people, or all people, especially in the left, which I fucking hate, because I swear to God, the left wants to be all this exclusive, you know, Kaka and PP type of like, oh, let's get together and hold hands. We are the world. Shut your stupid ass up. Calm down. Stop being so fucking soft. You know what I'm saying? They want to be all inclusive and all that other stuff, but behind closed doors, they're fucking racist the same way like everybody else. Stop your shit. At least the right has the balls to fucking show it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. But anyway, the whole my thing is that we weren't part of the conversation. It only Latinx only represents a certain amount of people, one group of people. Literally less than 1% who are non-binary, some feminists, people. We should not be including that to the whole Latin community. That's my issue. You got some reporters talking about Latinx teen, blah, blah, blah. Latinx this, blah, blah, blah. Why isn't there more Latinx representation? What? Listen, Latinx is not inclusive to everybody. The fuck is you talking about? And that's the type of thing that we have to set the narrative for. First of all, I'm not no goddamn super. I'm not Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? There's no X in my name. You know what I'm saying? Latinx. I'm not no goddamn superhero. So I don't know what the fuck you calling me. I'm Latino. You know? That's it. If y'all want to be fucking neutral with y'all shit, very simple. Latin. We already have that. The thing is, this is what the thing happened. This is what it is. This is what the issue is. You know what I'm saying? This is what the issue is. That it causes a lot of confusion. And because come on, let's be completely honest. Just the thought of non-binary, I'm between a spectrum, is confusing as shit. Because it doesn't fucking make sense. But let them do them, I support them. No, but what I'm saying is Latinx causes confusion. It causes confusion and it opens the door for people to get their rights violated. Why? Because the fact that you are literally walking around accepting that type of label, walking around accepting what they call you is an issue. You should not be walking around representing something that they labeled you as. No. Not whatsoever. We already did that with the whole Hispanic bullshit, and we're fighting this now. Let's not do this with Latinx. Okay? Latinx does not represent the whole Latin community. It's literally less than 1% of people, and we gotta keep that straight. Alright? We got to keep that 100% straight because it's only here in America. Because when you go down there, you talking Spanish, talking about Latinx, they be like, Latin, ¿qué? Listen, you look like a dude to me, Latino, the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, the whole point is that I'm going to do an episode about words because this shit is very important. Words and meaning of the words are very powerful. Extremely powerful. Labeling and naming things is extremely powerful. Let's look at Malcolm X for just an example. The reason why he got X in his last name is because he said, listen, my slave masters gave me that last name and I'm rejecting it. I'm going by Malcolm X. Muhammad Ali, his real name is Cassius Clay. He goes by another name. Why? Because he has pride in that name. There's an empowerment in that name. Once you start taking the shit back from you, and start walking around with your own label and the meaning and fuck what everybody else says, as long as you and your group are on code with that same meaning, that's empowerment. They try to do the same shit with Hispanic. Remember, I did a whole episode on that. Hispanic doesn't mean Latin people. It's still connected to Spain, but we weren't included in that conversation. Hispanic was literally something made up out of nowhere with a made up definition just to put in the census. We gotta understand, Hispanic came from America. We gotta understand that. Hispanic is a made up word with a made up definition. We are not Hispanic. The only word that we actually had part of representation in is being called Latin. When we were with the French, a group of South Americans and French came together and said, yo, we should be calling ourselves Latin. Call that place Latin. Latin America. Everybody agreed, and that's it. Everybody over there is called Latin. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I agree with. Because if we really want to go down this road about, well, let's start agreeing with this and start agreeing with that, okay. Then let's unbinary everything then. Latin people are their own race. So what's up? But how can you be your own race? That doesn't make any sense. Well, race doesn't make any sense. This binary thing doesn't make any sense, but you make it make sense, right? We are our own race, so what's up? Oh, when then shit starts getting real funny style when shit like that starts popping off, right? My point is, we aren't part of this conversation. All right, let's stop these people from forcing us to identify with something that we're not. I'm not a fucking superhero. I'm not no Latinx. Those are for the non-binary, some feminists, people who represent that. That's it. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Everybody else is Latin. And I'm still using the neutral term because I've never, ever, ever used the term Latinx to identify another Latin person. Ever. Ever. Because I'm on code. I rarely when I slip up, rarely use the term Hispanic. Rarely when I slip up. I always say Latin. Latin this, Latino, Latina, Latin that, Latin people, Latin people, Latin people. Why? I'm staying on code. I'm staying on code. Sometimes I don't even correct people when they say Hispanic. I just let that shit rock because I don't got no time to be talking. You know what I'm saying? I really got no time to be talking. Because I already broke down the whole Hispanic thing. If you break down the word his and then the other word panic, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a made-up term, man. It's a made-up term. It's a made-up term that doesn't represent us. You feel me? But I hope this gives you guys more clarity on why we shouldn't use Latinx. Because on top of that, if we really want to keep it real, Portugal has gender-based vocabulary. So does France. You know what I'm saying? So why does Spanish now out of nowhere, not just Spain Spanish, let's be real. Let's be real. They're not attacking Spain. They're attacking Latin America. Oh, yeah, Spanish is too misogynistic. Oh. Why is that? Why is that? Huh? Why is that? Because they know that language isn't for us. And they could come because we are a captive people. We are a people with somewhat no identification. And when you have a certain people and group with no identification without your language and without your religion, guess what? They could come in and literally give you anything that you should supposed to be going by. That's called slavery. That's called slavery. And Latin people been got off slavery with that shit. Let's keep it real. We're not supposed to be going based on what these people tell us, because that's a very dangerous place to go. Extremely dangerous. You feel what I'm saying? Very dangerous. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys like this episode. Remember, if you guys want to support me monetarily, RadicalLatino.com. There's a donate tab or Cash App, $ Radical Latino. Somebody last time somebody sent me $50, man. Yo, shout out to you, man. I haven't. I'll say your name next time. But shout out to you, bro. Yeah. So if you don't want to, you can't do it monetarily because COVID got y'all all fucked up. It's totally fine. I'm monetized on YouTube, so just watch this episode and you'll see an ad. That's cool. Or go to your favorite podcast app and just rate me 5 stars. You know what I'm saying? And remember my saying that I always say before I go: I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. With that being said, I'm gonna catch y'all later, all right?